Hey everybody, my name is Lynn and this channel is called A Bit of Birdsong. I'm so happy you're here. I'm surrounded by beautiful, beautiful fabric. I finally got a chance to cut up some of these beautiful fabrics. I always try to cut these large pieces into quarters. And I love using these. I'm so inspired, but I love to share these as well. So I keep a stack for myself, and then I put 3 packs up for sale. So let's get started looking at these, and I want to make this a really fun video just for inspiration and fabric. Let's have a good time with this. Okay, let me explain one thing real quickly. This is my stack. You're going to see the most labels and tags on my stack because I don't want you all to have to deal with that. The ones that you receive, here's a stack, here's a stack, here is a stack over here. It is impossible to avoid some tags. These are not sticky. You can cut these right off. Oh, where do I start? Okay, every pack is the same. We have beautiful textured upholstery fabric. You may get a piece in your pack that has one of these on it. You just have to cut around the edges. Some of them don't have any labels, but they're definitely distributed through the packs so that it's fair. And you know, these are upholstery samples, so that's what happens. None of them have a sticker that is sewn all the way across. I definitely kept that for myself. But look at that beautiful linen fabric. I mean, that is very faint, the design in that. And then this is very similar. Again, mine is the one that has this tag on it. I thought it would be fun too, though, for you to see some of these labels and some of where these fabrics come from. Marion Kent showrooms, and I noticed that some of these go all the way back to like 2008. This is 100% cotton. Now I might try washing one of these for myself to see how it turns out. That would get the fold out of it, and also I noticed that some of these have been treated with Scotch Guard. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I used some of this type of fabric to make my scrappy journal that I made not long ago. And, you know, I just cut the strips to sew the pages in. Anyway, this fabric here reminds me of like an impressionist painting. Look how beautiful that is. I'm inspired just to try this with paper right now and acrylic paint to make something to put into my art journal. In fact, I saved probably one of the least exciting pieces for my pack. Look at this one that is in this pack. I mean, I really want to try this. Isn't fabric inspiring? So this is the really quick 5-minute abstract colorful thing I made after looking at that beautiful fabric. I didn't want to let the opportunity pass. This might not look like anything spectacular, but when it dries and I cut it down to make art journals, it's going to be great. So let's keep going through these. There's a beautiful piece of fabric. This is cotton, ivory rose, pattern is Petworth. Really, really pretty fabrics. And you can see a lot of these pieces are fairly large. Like this one is probably 16, or let's just say 14 to be on the safe side. Look at this, reproduced by permission of the Victoria and Albert Museum. And that's 100% cotton again, a J. Yang design. It's called Chelsea. Isn't this beautiful? That is cotton again. The color is, it says ivory, and that is from West Germany. So these are really pretty fabrics. They're a little bit older. You don't always see these when you're out thrifting, so I was happy to get this big stack. And that's pretty, a really textured fabric. There's a piece with some lines running through it. Again, just cut that off and you're ready to go. This is another 100% cotton from the US. So I'm definitely going to wash this one. I just want to see what it does to take that big wrinkle out. And you know, I love that color. It's just kind of, it's almost dingy, but I feel like for a scrappy journal, a really grungy scrappy journal, that would be really pretty to wash that, give it some wrinkles, and distress it. Each one has a large piece of this pattern. This is not labeled. I'm not sure what this is. Feels like it's got cotton in it for sure, and you can see, you know, by the way that is unraveling. Each one has a beautiful piece of this upholstery fabric, very, very textured. I think all the other three have no label whatsoever, and that's easy to work around. I don't mind doing that. I'll just cut that off. And that's a textured piece. That's got like an interface backing, so it's definitely padded. That would be pretty with a grungy journal. This one definitely looks like it was hit with the Scotch Guard. So it's got a very shiny look. That's 100% cotton. It's called Indigo. The pattern is Charlotte 1603. I don't see the country of origin. It says Mary and Kent Limited Showrooms. These are just so much fun. There's a piece of upholstery fabric, very textured with the stitching there. There is another piece of cotton. It does say Scotch Guard here, and the pattern is Rockingham. That's another Mary and Kent. Oh, and you might have seen this beautiful piece of fabric on the desk lately. This is very thick, very gorgeous. Look at all the gold threads in that. That is gonna unravel, so you're gonna need to do some sort of stitch around the edge, but I'm really excited to do something with this. It's about time for me to make some more fabric books, whether they're to hold little pens or prayer journals or themed journals, and I love using fabrics like that because they're so soft and they feel so good to hold. This one is Ravenna Damask Teal. That's cotton and viscose. Oh, that's from Italy. That's really pretty. Another really textured, beautiful fabric. So it goes this way. You can see I got the piece with the least amount of stitching on it, but that's just gorgeous. I love that color. And here's another one. And again, let me show you one from another pack. This is one of the other packs. So, you know, they're kind of spread out. You might get one that's got a moderate amount of that stitching. You might get one that has a lot, but I made sure that I got the least favored piece out of each set because these are gorgeous. So the others are going to be even better. There's one of those. That was a small piece, so I just cut that into quarters. Love that yellow. This again reminds me of an impressionistic painting. Just really pretty. That feels like cotton or linen. There's another small piece that looks like it might have some Scotch Guard. Another pretty piece. The other ones have more ornate parts of the design of the fabric. Each one has a piece of this. You might have seen that on the desk recently. I decided to go ahead and cut that one. It's got sort of a boho look. And then we have this pretty fabric. That's linen and viscose. And this is really pretty. Can't tell what that is. Love the design on that. And then this, what is this? This is 100% cotton. It does say Scotch Guard, USA. And another really pretty piece. Almost looks like a painting. That's cotton and linen. This is 100% linen. You can see the beautiful design in that. And you might have seen that. I used some of that on the inside of the scrappy journal I made recently. I used some of this in that journal. This is very stringy on the back, but when you sew this down and put a zigzag around the edge or something, all of this is going to be hidden, and whatever is hanging out you can just trim, but it actually just gives it more cushion. I also used some of this in the scrappy journal. And again, all 4 packs are the same, except mine has more labels and stuff so that you don't have to deal with that. There's a really pretty textured piece, and that is a beautiful textured piece. That's pretty with the leaves on it. Again, mine is the only one that's got that big piece sewn across there. You might remember this. That was from the pocket in the scrappy journal. Mine has the sticker, the others don't. Oh, and this is gorgeous. Look at that. So that's really pretty. And then we have quite a few floral pieces. I love the rose. I'm probably going to wash mine to get the wrinkles out, or at least press it and see if that will do it. Sometimes when these fabrics have been folded for a while, that fold is in there really good. So washing them, and it's going to change the texture sometimes, but you know, you could iron them, do whatever you would like to, or just cut them down. So mine is the one with the sticker. And again, so look at all the labels on this. This is my piece. I love this fabric. I love the flowers, the roses. Look at the, that looks like a peony. Really pretty. That looks like a rose. So this is 100% cotton, Kensington, United States. Another pretty piece, quadrille. That's 100% cotton chintz. That's pretty. That's cotton. Pretty flowers on that. There's this, 100% cotton, United States. Another really pretty floral piece that is made by Mary and Kent. The pattern is Lambrook. It is, I believe it's cotton. Yeah, 100% cotton, and that has got Scotchgard on it. But don't be afraid of that. Some of the ones I used in the Scrappy Journal had that. That's a beautiful piece. And this. And last but not least, another piece of this beautiful, looks almost like an impressionistic sort of painting. So when I counted 49 pieces of fabric, and all of this will come to you wrapped carefully. Again, only 3 of these available. There is a link in the description that will take you directly to my blog where I have a description, and there is a link that goes securely to PayPal. And these are ready to ship out. I'm going to the post office this afternoon. I have a few more listings to put in the Etsy shop this afternoon. I actually have a lot of listings, but I know that it will take a while to get them all, so I can only do so many in a day. And then of course, what transpires in the day affects everything else. So I do, again, thank you so much for being here. It is truly appreciated, and I will be back soon. We got to play with those wax seal stamps that I got in the mail. All right, bye for now.